Well, it's getting a bit like Groundhog Day in here on Where Swans Walk. Substitutions killing the game. This can't go on. Swansea could be playoffs this season, but not the way things are going with these substitutions. Hugh and James are here to discuss it, and it's now getting beyond a joke. This is Where Swans Walk. Oh, yes, it's the quickest and most comprehensive review of all things Swansea City on the internet. Thank you very much for watching. Press that subscribe button. We are beating Cardiff at the moment, but they are catching up. Press it. Let's keep going on it. Right then, James, frustrating Saturday afternoon against Stoke, and the substitutions killed the game, didn't they?
Yeah, it's really strange game. Started really well, and I thought, like, in the first half, we probably could have been 1 or 2-0 up. Into the second half, we were still dominant until the dreaded substitutions happened. And as soon as they happened, any sort of momentum, any sort of positive attacking threat that we had evaporated. How they didn't score, make it 1-0 in the second half of Tom Cannon, I really couldn't tell. He was probably more by luck or by brilliance by Vigouroux. But yeah, it's every week now. Whenever any substitutions are made, it just seems to absolutely knock the wind out of our sails. The French winger Bianchini came on and ran away from the ball twice, which kind of summed up our afternoon, really.
We shouldn't laugh, should it? Because actually, Swans have been playing some great stuff and we've been heralding it. But you've got to beat teams like Stoke, haven't you, Hugh? Certainly at home.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, beforehand, I think we were probably favourites to win that game the way they've started this season, the way we started. But like James has said, he's nailed it on the head. We just couldn't put our chance away first half, which is the same old story. We performed better first half. Second half, we kind of capitulate, make shocking substitutions, and then that's it. Lucky to getting a point in the end.
Let's have a look at some of the social media takes. Anthony says no one is faulting the effort and some of the play, etc., but not converting these chances is so deflating. The fans are 100% behind this team, but we need to be beating teams around us. And with that many chances today, we should have been put to bed. And there's another one as well, which says, Harry says, genuinely the only reason we won't do anything this season is because of our lack of goal scoring threat and creative. By the way, Kabanga is the best defender in the world. All right. Yeah. Can't blame Luke Williams for players not putting it in the onion bag, though, can you, James? It's not on him, is it?
No, and it comes back down to what our base sort of gripe is as a fan base, and it is the recruitment. Again, we are in October now, and it was evident to everyone, even people who aren't Swansea fans, that we needed more creativity or another out-and-out goal scorer. And here we are in October, one of the lowest scorers in the league, still struggling to take out chances. And Luke Williams was talking just the other day about looking at the free market. You know, should we really be doing this every season where I know a critical piece of the puzzle is missing? And it is absolutely killing us. We are literally in the bottom 3 for goals scored at the moment. So can't blame Williams. But yeah, again, it's the recruitment that for me is the issue here.
I think many would certainly agree with you. Hugh, there's another one that says there's pathetic, awful second half and once again socking Shubs. Who looked at that French guy and thought it was a good idea to buy him for $2 million? Absolute shambles. I mean, obviously, I didn't see the full game, but was he as bad as what social media has made out, Hugh?
Yeah, as I said, unfortunately, I didn't manage to make the game due to injury myself. But from what I've heard, yeah, and I can't see there's any highlights to really look at from that game to see what he did, to be honest with you. But I think I said it in the second episode of what we recorded earlier on in the season that amount of money for a player from that division, it was baffling recruitment for me, absolutely baffling. And he's not proven me wrong so far.
Absolutely. Okay. Right, James, there's a lot of people who won't have a go at this one, and I thought I'd give this to you because I'm sure we spoke about this a couple of weeks ago. Joey says, whatever this experiment with putting Abdoulaye on the wing is, it has to stop. The bloke is not an attacker, and it shows in the way he moves. As for Bianchini, well, where do you start? Absolutely comical that we haven't won that. And Healy also says, fancy scoring this season, playing Stoke at home and bring on Abdoulaye, Pert Harris and Bianchini to try and get the win. We are a joke. of a club. Strong words from Joey and Healy, but can you agree with parts of what they say or all of it?
Absolutely, especially when it comes to Azim Abdullahi. Going back, not last season before, I watched quite a lot of the academy, and watching Azim in the academy playing as a sixer, as a deep line midfielder, he is fantastic. He's got the attributes of someone who can drive forward and carry the ball. I imagine if he was played in his favourite position, I think we would see the very best of him. This weird obsession with bunging him out on the wing, it's not worked. He scored a goal which deflected off. Well, it's deflected off his back in the league, so I can't really say he's got the natural instinct for goal. We've got two fantastic young guys in the academy, in Glory and Zingo and Carell Wilson, and they're not even getting into the matchday squad. As for Bianchini, well, I've never seen a player run away from a ball that's been played into the channel before. He ran one way whilst the ball was going the other. £2 million for that is shocking, if you ask me.
Hugh, do you agree with the comments made there?
Absolutely spot on. The Abdullahi being played out of position thing is just becoming an absolute farce now. I think every Swans fan's getting fed up of it. Just the stuff he showed before, especially in the youth team when he's played in position, he's got potential, bags of it, but he's just constantly been played out of position. It's square pegs and round holes. And Bianchini, the jury's still out on that one, but it's not looking good.
Okay. All right, then we'll leave the Stoke game to one side for a second. We're also asking this week about home atmospheres. We've spoken to nearly every team now, and all are saying that the Championship just feels flat this season. It hasn't quite got going. Leeds, the Sheffield club, Sunderland, all saying atmospheres are a little bit dire. So I wanted to ask you both, as passionate, was part of a very passionate home crowd when Swansea do get going. It can be very loud, but for you both, have you felt the same at the .com this season?
Yeah, definitely. It's been flat. Attendances have been poor. They've been about 6,000-7,000 below our capacity, which is obviously going to be an impact. The family stand's been 3/4 empty this season, which has been obviously a joke. We need to do something. We need to get some discounted tickets for clubs and kids and schools and stuff just to get people in. But that's what years of bad recruitment and American owners have done to us, unfortunately.
James, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with that. And two other words, Sky Sports. I think that deal now with Sky Sports Plus is seriously going to hamper attendances, because if you have a family of three and you have to take them to watch a game, that's about £80-90 before you even bought food, drinks, things like that as well. And why would they do that and watch us be really inconsistent when they can watch it at home? Like, I'm there every game, but I can understand if you're having to fork out that much every game, it's much cheaper and easier to sit at home or watch in the pub if you've got that option.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. Absolutely. I'm over an hour away, and for me on a Tuesday evening, rather than driving in the wet to Swansea to watch us draw 0-0, I could already watch it at home to save myself the money and the effort,
There was one extra fan in the stadium against Stoke I wanted to ask you about. What's going on here?
Well, I presume it's because he's been filming in Wales, but if you watch the show, he hates Cardiff because his son stepfather's a Cardiff fan. So,
okay, just another reason to hate him. Was a reply from the Cardiff fans.
The strange thing about him is they call him a comedian, but the funniest thing that man has ever said in his career was as an order for an Indian takeaway.
Fair enough. Right, next week we are going to be back and previewing, of course, the next game. So join us for that one. Have a great international break. We'll see you on the other side. Do drop us a subscribe. Do drop us a like. We love making this content for you, but we want to see us rise up the rankings. Thank you so much for helping us do that. Thank you, Hugh. Thank you, James. We'll see you the other side of the international break.